A little bit about what this night is, so you understand a little bit more. This is the culmination of work that has been done over the past term in Period 3 and Period 6 Honors Theater classes, as well as in the WHS Drama Guild, our festival piece that we compete in back in March. So we actually, one of the pieces that you're going to see, we've already performed once for an audience, so we get to do it again, which is exciting. The first piece that you're going to see, and that you can see the set for behind me, is called La Dispute. There we go. Okay, hopefully we'll help a little bit, maybe not. Basically, what this one act looks at is the root and source of infidelity. It is an experiment that is performed where two people are raised in isolation, a la sort of a Garden of Eden type setting, and it is looked upon, they go through various tests to see which gender performs the first act of infidelity, men or women. So it presents a very interesting question. We hope you enjoy it, so without further ado, La Dispute.
Remember the question we discussed yesterday? You went against the whole of my court that it was not your sex but ours which had been the first to be unfaithful in love.
Yes, Your Highness, and I still maintain it. The first unfaithfulness could only have been committed bold enough by someone bold enough to blush at nothing. Now, ever since the beginning of this corrupt world, women have been, and still are, naturally timid and reserved. How then could they be the first to fall into a pattern of such vicious behavior that requires such daring, such libertine feelings, and such insolence? No, Your Highness, it doesn't make sense.
Indeed, Hermione, it doesn't make sense to me either. And you needn't argue with me on the subject. For I share the same feelings against everybody else, as you know.
Yes, but I'm afraid that is only out of gallantry, Your Highness.
Gallantry? I haven't noticed it, Hermione. It is true that I love you, and perhaps the fact has helped to convince me that you were right. But this has happened so subtly, I have not been aware of it. I have no respect for the hearts of man, deal with them as you may, and I am certain a man's heart is much more unfaithful than a woman's. Mine alone must be accepted from this, for you alone are the object of my love, and anybody else will no longer be so.
Your words betray irony, Your Highness.
Then I shall be punished soon enough. You may find the means to silence me if you find I don't agree with you.
What do you mean?
We must look to nature for our answers. Surely, only nature can decide once and for all who is the first to be unfaithful, and I am certain you will prove us right.
Please explain yourself.
There is only one way to know for certain whether we are right in believing that it was man that was the first to be unfaithful, and that is to be there at the beginning of the world.
Quite, but we weren't.
No, but we will be. We will soon see men and women exactly as they were at the beginning of time. Greece, Ms. Rowe, is everything ready?
Yes, Your Highness!
Hermione, we are about to see the world and its first loves exactly as they were, or as they must have been. The events may not be exactly the same, but you will see hearts in the same state as they were at the beginning of the world, and souls as fresh as they were in the first days. Greece, Ms. Rowe, you may go now. Warn us when you are about to begin.
Yes, Your Highness.
You've excited my curiosity, Your Highness.
Let me explain. Some 18 to 19 years ago, the dispute we had yesterday took place in my father's court. It lasted a long time and became heated. My father disagreed with the view of Hermione, but he was a man of science and decided to create a foolproof experiment. He found 4 newborn babies and had them taken to this forest. 2 of them were of your sex and 2 of mine. He gave them extensive grounds and built separate houses for them in which they still live. In that way, none of them met any of the others. And they only know of Ms. Rowe and his sister Carice, who brought them up and taken care of them. Today, for the first time, our young people are given the freedom to leave their enclosures and meet one another. They speak our language and we can listen to their conversation. Which will be the same as it was at the beginning of time. The world and its first laws are about to begin, Hermione. Let us watch what happens. fanfare. Our young people are about to be reminded. This gallery runs along the whole building. Let us watch unseen and listen.
Don't be afraid, Clay. Follow me. Oh, Carice, where are we going? Look, Carolines you've never seen before. You can walk through them without danger. What do I see, Carice? So many new worlds. No, it's always the same world. You just didn't know how big it was. Look at all these countries, these dwellings. I feel very small in such a large space. I like it, but it frightens me as well. Oh, look, Carice. What's this water rolling on the ground? I've never seen such a thing happen in my world. That's called a stream, my way. Carice, come here, quickly. There's something living in the stream. It looks like a person. It seems to be as surprised by me as I am by it. That's yourself you're seeing, Gloria. That's me, there. That's my face. Yes. But do you know it's very beautiful? Yes, it is the most enchanting object. If only I had known that before. It's true that you were very beautiful, Gloria. Beautiful? I'm absolutely ravishing. What a delightful discovery. Look, the stream repeats all my expressions, and there's not one I don't like. You and Ms. Rue must have been very happy to look at me all these years. I could spend my whole life looking at myself. Oh, I'm going to love myself very much from now on. I have to tend to something in your house, Gloria. Will you be all right staying alone? No, I will be bored as long as the stream stays with me. I'm so beautiful, I'll never tire of looking at myself. Oh, what's this? Another person just like me? No, don't come any closer. The person laughs. The person seems to be admiring me. Wait, please don't move. And yet, the person looks at me with such a gentle expression. Can you speak?
Yes, it was the pleasure of seeing you that had made me speechless.
The person hears me and answers me in a very pleasant manner.
You enchant me.
Good.
You delight me.
I like them too.
Why then do you forbid me to come any closer?
I am no longer forbidden you with as much conviction as before.
Then I'll come closer.
Yes, I would enjoy that. No, wait. I'm so agitated.
I obey you because I'm yours.
The person obeys me. Well then, come a little closer. You can't really be mine. The person's very well put together. Do you know you're almost as beautiful as I am?
Being so close to you is making me die of happiness. I want to give myself to you. I don't know what I feel. I don't know how to say it.
That's how I feel.
I'm happy. I'm fainting.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter how close I am to you. I still can't see enough of you.
That's what I think too. But I don't know how we can see more of each other. It's impossible for us to be any closer.
My heart wants your hands.
Here, take my hands. My heart gives them to you. Are you any happier now?
Yes, but not more at peace.
Nor am I. We're alike in all things.
Oh no, there's such a difference between us. The whole of me cannot compare to your eyes. They're so soft.
But yours are lively.
You're so pretty, so delicate.
Yes, but I assure you it wouldn't suit you to be as pretty as I am. It's another kind of perfection. I don't deny mine, but you must keep yours.
I won't change that.
Tell me, where were you before I knew you?
In a world of my own, but I won't ever go back there, since you don't live there, and I want your hands with me forever. I can no longer manage without them, nor can my mouth deprive itself of kissing them.
And my hands can no longer be deprived of the kisses of your mouth. Shh! I hear a noise. These must be the people from my world. Hide behind this tree or they'll be frightened. I'll call you.
But I can't see you from behind this tree.
All you need to do is look into that water. My face is there. He's just gone. Already said. Carice. You seem troubled today. What's the matter?
Her eyes seem softer than usual today.
Carice, Miss Rue, I have very important news for you. You believe there are only 3 of us in this world, but you are wrong. There are 4. I've acquired an object that is holding my hand a few moments ago.
Holding your hand? Why didn't you call for help?
Help against what, Carice? Against the pleasure it gave me? I was very pleased to have my hand held. It was being held with my consent. This person kissed my hand all the time, and I want to call this person back so he can kiss my hand again and give me in itself all that pleasure.
I know who it is. I saw him hiding behind the tree. This object is called a Manicle, and his name is Azor. Oh, we already know him.
Azor? What a lovely name. Azor, dear man. He'll come back soon.
I'm not surprised that you love him and that he loves you. You were made for each other.
Quite. We guessed as much ourselves. Azor, my Azor, come here, dear man.
Carice, Mesru, you're here. These are friends of mine.
They just told me. They've also declared that you were made on purpose for me, and I was made on purpose for you. That's why we love each other so much. I'm your clay, and you're my Azor.
One is the man, the other the woman.
Here, take my hand, Azor. It'll make up for your having to hide. That's what he was doing with my hand before. There wasn't any reason to call for help, was there?
Children, I've told you already that your destiny is to be enchanted by one another.
That's obvious.
But if you want to remain in love, you have to observe one rule.
Yes, to be always in each other's company.
No, the opposite. You must occasionally deprive yourselves the happiness of seeing one another.
What?
It is only by observing this rule that you'll manage to maintain your happiness.
Indifferent? My Azor, indifferent? What an amusing thought!
How little Carice knows.
Stop laughing, Carice. She's giving you excellent advice. It is only by doing as she suggests, that is, separating each other for a few hours a day, that Carice and I have continued to love each other.
Yes, that might have worked for you. You're both so ugly, you must have ran away and
The best the two of you could hope for was learn to tolerate each other.
Yeah, and if you saw each other every day, you'd be repelled. Because you have nothing beautiful to show each other. I know that I love you, but I never miss you when I don't see you. You don't please me at all. But Azor and I are enchanted with each other. He's so handsome, and I'm so lovely, so appealing. We're transported every time we look at each other.
Clay will always be my Clay.
And Azor always my Azor.
Yes, we understand that, but you don't know what might happen. Suppose if I were to become as handsome as Azor, or Carice as beautiful as Glad.
Why should we care about that?
If you had a serpent of seen each other, you have been tempted to leave one another and to love us instead.
Why should we be tempted? Does one leave what one loves? What sort of thinking is that? Azor and I love each other. That's all there is to it. You may become as beautiful as you wish. What does that matter to us? That will be your concern. We already have ours.
Carice and Mesru will never understand. It would have to be in our place to know what has happened.
As you wish.
My love is my life, Mesru.
Have you heard that, Carice? His life. How can you leave me? He has to live, and so do I.
I'm delighted to see so much tenderness between you two, but you will not preserve it unless you listen to us. Here, Aglay, give Azor this portrait. It'll make your absence easier for him to bear.
Ah, it's my beautiful Glay. I want to kiss the portrait. It only makes me want the real Glay more.
Yes, and there's another problem. When he kisses the portrait, it's my coffee who has everything. I have nothing.
Or would you like a picture of Azor?
I'll have both, please.
You can. You can only have one. I want to keep the other.
Suppose I don't really need Azor's portrait, because I already have this image in my mind. I'll take my own portrait then, and that way I can have both images together.
There is another kind of portrait. This is called a mirror, and if you push this button here, you will see yourself. Mesru and I have to be going now, but in the meantime, please remember what we said about short separations.
I can't open the box, Azor. Why don't you try? Carice said to push this button.
There. But I can only see myself in there. Yes, it's the same face I saw on the stream.
Let me see. No, Azor, you're wrong. It's me again. It's your Clay, exactly as she is. Come and see for yourself.
Oh, wait, you're right. No, now there are two of us in there. Half of you and half of me. I prefer it to be just you. I can't see as much of you when I'm in there as well.
I like seeing a little of you in there. You don't spoil anything, I assure you. Come a little closer. Stay still.
Our faces look as if they're about to touch in there. Now they are. What up,
Look, you disturbed us in there. I can only see myself now. This mirror is an admirable invention.
So's the portrait. I want to kiss you again.
Azor, do you think Carice and Azor are good people?
Yes, I do. And they wish us the very best. I wanted to speak to you about the advice they gave us.
About those separations? I was thinking about that as well.
Yes, the predictions have frightened me. I'm not worried as far as I'm concerned, but I wouldn't want you to become bored with me. I'd be desperate if that ever happened.
Yes, but you must also take care of yourself. You must never tire of adoring me. I know that I'm beautiful, but now your fears are frightening.
Oh no, you have nothing to worry about. What are you thinking about now?
I've taken everything into consideration and I've come to a decision. Let's cause ourselves some pain and agree to separate for 2 hours. Your heart and its admiration to me mean even more to me than your presence. Although I also like your presence very much.
What? Separate? Us?
Azor, we must separate immediately. If we wait even a moment, I'll no longer want to part from you.
Alas, I no longer have the strength to separate.
And I'm rapidly losing mine. Are you crying, my poor Azor? Stay then, as long as there's no danger.
But you said there was a danger.
Then go!
Okay, I'll go. Goodbye, Blade. Goodbye! Goodbye!
Alas, I'm all alone. I can no longer hear his voice. Azor, I ought never to have sent my man away. Look at that face. Carissa and Drew don't know what they're talking about. Separations aren't necessary to make someone love that face forever. If only I'd looked at myself more carefully, I would have known better than to send Azor away. Azor. Oh well, I'll go sit by the stream. At least it's another mirror. What's this? Oh, it seems to be yet another person. A new object. I'll get closer and have a look. The person's studying me with care, but it doesn't seem to feel admiration. This is not another Azor. Nor is it me, Blay. No, definitely not. I don't know what to think of his face. It lacks something. It's rather insipid. There's something about this person I don't like. Does it have a language? Let's see. Are you a person? Yes, I am very much a person. Well, have you nothing to say to me? No, people are usually eager to speak to me. Then aren't you delighted by me? By you? I'm the one who delights others. What? You're not overjoyed to see me? Neither overjoyed nor particularly displeased. Why should I care whether I see you or not? This is very strange. I show myself to you, you look at me, and yet you feel nothing. You must be looking somewhere else by mistake. Please upon me with a little more care. Now, how do you find me? You. Who cares about you? I've already told you that I am the one who is gazed upon. I am the one who is spoken to and told the impression I made. That's just how it is. How can you ask me to look at yourself when I myself am here? Surely it is the one who is most beautiful and makes the admiration of others. And what are you waiting for? Be astonished. Didn't you hear me? I said it was the more beautiful one who waits the others to admire. And I've already told you the more beautiful one is waiting. If I'm not that one, then where is she? There are only 3 people in this world, and they're all lost in admiration of me. I know nothing of these people of yours, but I know 3 who are enchanted by me and who treat me as I deserve to be treated. I know I am beautiful, so beautiful in fact, I delight myself every time I look at myself. You see how these things are. What is this tale you're telling me? I am speaking to you who never look at myself without becoming totally enraptured. Enraptured? I admit you're quite passable, even rather pleasant. You see that I'm not like you and that I'm making an effort to be fair. I'd like to eager a bit of fairness. Sure you're not trying to enter dispute with me over personal beauty. Why, I don't need all the love. But it's by looking that I find you rather ugly. That's because you can't help finding me beautiful and you're jealous. The only thing that prevents me from finding you beautiful is your face. My face? Oh, you can't vex me that way. I've seen my face. Go ask the waters of the stream about my face. Go ask Mesra who adores me. The waters of the stream are making fun of you, and they've already told me that there is nothing more beautiful than my own face. I know nothing of this Mesra of yours, but he need only catch a glimpse of my face to stop looking at you. Furthermore, I have an Azor who's worth much more than your Mesra, an Azor I love, and who's almost as beautiful as I am. And he says in his light, you're nobody's light. And I have a mirror which confirms everything the stream and Azor have already told me. A mirror? You have a mirror as well? What can a mirror do for you except make you look at yourself? You like a mirror. Here, take a look at this mirror, which tells the truth. Learn to know yourself better and to keep quiet. Why don't you take this one and look at yourself in there? It'll teach you how mediocre you are and to adopt a tone of modesty when speaking to me.
Go away. I have no use for you if you persist in your refusal to admire me.
As for me, I don't even know you're here.
What a mad woman.
She's deluded. What world could such a person come from? There's Therese. I'll ask her.
What are you two doing so far apart? Why are you talking to each other? That's a new person I've come across. She seemed to be thrown into despair by my beauty.
Have you ever seen a duller object than that one over there, Therese? She's a silly person who aspires to astonish me. She keeps asking me how I feel when I look at her. She seems to expect me to be happy when I see her. She even said to me, "Gaze upon me, how do you find me?" She actually has the arrogance to think herself as beautiful as I am.
I didn't say that. I said it was more beautiful than you. That's obvious as soon as you look into the mirror. Gently, gently. Don't be angry with each other. You must enjoy being together and add to the pleasure of knowing yourselves to both be adored. Aglaé is adored by Azor, whom she cherishes, and Nadine by Mesrin, whom she loves in return. Come, come, be friends.
I will be as soon as she rids herself of her delusions of beauty.
I know how to bring her to her senses. I'll take her Azor away from her. Not that I care anything for him, but I'll do anything for a little peace.
Where's that idiot friend of hers, Mesrin? If I come across him, she can beware. Goodbye. I can't stand her presence any longer. I must leave.
It's my merits that cause her aversion.
What an unpleasant face.
Don't be bothered by her, Dean. Let her go.
I'm so sorry for her, that's all.
It's time for your lesson. I'm coming, but I see Mesrin and I want to have a word with him. But you just left him a moment ago. I'll only be a moment. Mesrin!
Dean! Ah, it's you. It's my Dean. Just come back to me. I've been so impatient. Oh, I'm so happy.
No, Mesrin. Restrain your happiness. I haven't come back. Only happen to be here.
Then you just happen to stay with me, Dean.
Be quick, Dean, or we won't have time for your music lesson. Yes. Mesrin, I'm beautiful, am I not?
Beautiful. Oh, so beautiful.
You see, Grease, he doesn't hesitate. He describes what he sees.
You are divine. You are beauty incarnate.
Yes, that's what I think too. And it seems that, Grease, you and I are mistaken. I'm not beautiful. I'm ugly.
Ugly? Not a Dean? Ugly?
Yes, your only Dean. When I left you, Mesrin, I came upon a person from another world. This person wasn't enraptured by my beauty, as you are. She wasn't astonished. No, this person actually demanded of me that I be astonished by her. And when I didn't, she accused me of being ugly.
What an outrage.
And she said she would leave me the moment you said I'd return. That's because she was vexed with you.
Are you absolutely certain this was a real person?
She said she was, and she looked like one, more or less. She is a person.
She must be revolting.
She is. She's called, wait, what is she called? Aglaé? Yes, an Aglaé. You'll know her by her scowling face, which isn't as ugly as Therese's, but isn't as beautiful as mine. It's just a face, a nondescript face.
Which isn't attractive.
No, not at all. Indeed, it can hardly be called a face at all. She has, in her eyes, well, I don't know how to describe her eyes, but eyes that look, that's all. And her mouth is neither very large nor very small. It's just a mouth to speak with. Her figure is upright and would be similar to ours, if only more pleasant to look at. And her voice is rough and cross. You'll recognize her as soon as you see her.
I see a person over there coming this way. Don't worry. I'll send her back to her world thoroughly comforted.
Yes, mortify her, humiliate her.
Don't worry. How can I fail when I am so angry with this person? Yes.
You
give it
said
to
all
me.
you needed to say, Dean. Let's go. Only when he's dead is in my hand. Mesrin, leave her alone. I'm in a hurry. Goodbye, my love. I'll come back soon. Don't forget to avenge me.
Goodbye, my enchantress. A face that's neither ugly nor beautiful. A mouth that speaks. And a bright figure. Where shall I find her? Is that over there? Is that a play? No, I don't know. It can't be. That person is before her.
Hello. You seem to be very similar to me.
That's what I was thinking.
Are you a man then?
So I've been told.
That's what I've been told as well.
Say you've been told. Do you know some other people?
I know all the people in this world. Two are ugly, and one is beautiful.
It's the same with me. Where are you from?
The world?
My world?
I don't know. There's giving me so many worlds suddenly.
It doesn't matter anyway. I like your face. Put your hand in mine. We must love each other.
You make me feel merry, and I like to look at you, although you're not exactly lovely.
It's the same with me. What I like about you is that you're a man.
That's it. That's my feeling for you. You're a good companion, and I'm a good companion. And I don't care about your looks.
Looking at you makes me feel merry. When do you take your meals?
Every day.
So do I. Let's take our meals together, our enjoyment, and to keep us merry. We'll laugh, we'll dance about. Isn't that right?
I'm so happy, I just want to jump. Maybe you three of us. I'll tell my pale beauty about this. Now, she does have looks I care about.
I can believe it, my friend, because I have someone. Because the two of us are nothing. Someone I know, who will soon be joining us. She has these soft white hands, and she allows me to kiss them.
Hands, eh? Well, my pale beauty also has hands. They're heaven, and she allows me to caress them whenever I like. I'm expecting them right now.
Good. I'm also expecting the hands that I just recently left. Which reminds me, I have a little affair I need to attend to. Stay here until I come back with my beautiful Antigone. In the meantime, let's jump around and be merry.
I'm jumping as well.
There's a beautiful object over there which is listening to us.
There's something standing next to his door, which looks most pleasing.
That's my pale beauty. My glade.
Play? A dean calls that a smile on the face.
Is this a new friend who has suddenly appeared to us?
Yes, he's a companion of mine. He's called a man, and he's from a world not Sparta.
Is there more to see here than in your world?
Oh yes, much more.
Why then, you must stay here.
That's just what we were saying. He's good and full of cheer. And I love him. Not the way I love you, my lovely Inglay, because I adore my Inglay. Whereas I'm not too bothered by him. I just like to be in his company and to speak to him about your eyes, about your mouth, about your hands. Ah, your hands. I've been languishing for your hands. Here, let me kiss them.
You take that one, and I'll take this one.
No, wait. I want the other hand as well. This isn't your pale beauty, it's mine. And both of these hands belong to me. There's nothing for you here.
Besides, it's time for you to go now. Remember how necessary separations are to our love? Yours hasn't lasted long enough.
But I haven't seen you for hours.
You're wrong. I'm certain it hasn't been long enough. I'm determined to keep to what we've resolved.
You'll be here all by yourself.
I'll manage.
Don't upset her, friend.
Fine, I'll go. For your sake. Come, friend. You said you had some business to attend to. Come with me and help me pass the time.
Yes, but
What is it, friend?
I've been walking for such a long time.
Then your friend must stay here and rest, is what?
Yes, I'll stay here and keep a beautiful lady company so she won't feel bored.
Oh, no. She said she wanted to be alone, friend. If she needs entertaining, I can do it much better than you. Let's go.
Go then. You seem very thoughtful, Clay. Yes, I'm thoughtful about the fact that I'm in a bad mood. Are you feeling sad? No, Crease, it's not sadness. It's a kind of confusion. About what? You said before, one never knew what might happen to love. Yes? Well, I don't know what's happening to me. What's wrong with you? It seems to me I'm angry with myself, I'm angry with Azor, I'm angry with everybody. Why are you angry with yourself? I'm cross at Azor, and I believe his behavior is at fault. I think it may be that you want to find fault with him. If you keep answering me in that manner, I'll do things to you as well. You are indeed in a bad mood. What has Azor done to you? Azor and I have agreed to separate. He left, but he came back almost as soon as he'd gone.
He wants to be with me all the time. And what you predict is beginning to happen already.
What, could you suddenly love him less?
Yes, it's not my fault if the pleasure one takes in seeing someone vanishes if one sees them too often.
But I thought you said that was impossible.
Don't quibble with me. What did I know? I said that because I was so ignorant.
I can't believe it's Azor's desire to be with you all the time that's making you dislike him. You haven't known him long enough for that.
Oh, I've known him long enough. We've already had 3 conversations together. Apparently, the length of these meetings has proved nefarious.
You still haven't said in what way you felt he has wronged you.
He's wronged me in many ways. To begin with, he behaved to me in the most irritating manner. My hands are my own, I believe, and I may do with them what I please. And he won't allow them to be kissed.
And who wanted to kiss them?
A friend Azor found recently who's called a man.
And you found his friend attractive?
Yes, delightful. He has a much more gentle manner than Azor, and he was kind enough to offer to keep me company. And Azor had the caprice of forbidding him to keep me company and me the pleasure of his hand. He argued with his friend and then took him away. He didn't even ask what I wanted. Huh! Am I no longer my own mistress? Doesn't Azor trust me? Is he afraid someone else might love me?
Maybe a friend if you're finding, maybe afraid if you're finding a new friend too attractive.
Well, then it's up to Azor to make himself more attractive to me. As for the rest, I like being loved by people. And if Azor had 100 friends, I'd want them all to love me. Azor thinks my beauty should be there for him alone, but I think it should be there for it to be enjoyed by everybody.
By everybody?
Yes.
Well, you can't be so pleased with such peculiar reasons for your change of heart.
I'm not pleased with anything. On the one hand, this change makes me sad. On the other, it makes me happy. I have no more control over the one than over the other. They're both equally important to me. Now, to which do I owe most? Should I give myself pain, or should I give myself pleasure? I challenge you to answer me.
Consult your own heart. It'll condemn your unfaithfulness.
You haven't been listening, Cruz. My heart condemns it, but my heart also approves it. My heart says yes, my heart says no. It's of 2 minds. I suppose I should just choose the most convenient.
I'll tell you what to do. Avoid Azor's friend. That's the best way to resolve your struggle.
I believe it's too late to go. The struggle is coming this way. Azor's friend is walking towards us.
Make an effort to play. Don't look at him.
Please! Don't let him come here. He wants to be unfaithful!
Don't come any closer.
Why not?
Because I forbid it. As Drew and I must have some authority over you. We are your masters.
Masters, you? I don't understand the idea of a master.
Well, if I can't make you not come any closer, at least let me beg it of you. And a delay will act of prayer is fine. Me? Not at all. I don't wish to add any prayers to mine. Let's go away. You don't even know who loves you. I need only ask him. What do you want from me, handsome friend?
I want to see you, gaze upon your beauty, admire you, and call you my dear soul.
You see, Carice, he's even talking about his soul. And do you love me?
Desperately.
Didn't I tell you so, Carice?
Do you love me as well?
I prefer not to love you, because there's Azor who is relying on me, who loves me.
Mesrin, follow Aglai's example and don't be unfaithful!
Mesrin? Your name is Mesrin?
Yes,
You're a dean's friend.
I was her friend, but not anymore. I don't even want her portrait.
Give it to me. The dean's portrait and her friend. He has that merit. We share too many excellent qualities together, and I can no longer resist them. Come here, Mesrin, and let me love you.
Adina and Azor will be thrown into despair.
I'm sorry.
I forced him to it. We forced each other.
I don't want to be faithful, but Aglai's beautiful face commands it.
He has eyes to see, that's all.
Well, I suppose I can make Adina and Azor less unhappy by making them love each other. Would you agree to that?
Yes, do it.
No, wait. I want Azor to miss me. I deserve my beauty. You deserve such a tribute. And it wouldn't hurt Adine to suffer a little. It'll teach her to know herself better.
I see Azor.
I feel embarrassed before my friend.
Gives him the look on his face that he's already guessed the harm you've done him.
Yes, he does look sad, and he has the right to feel so.
Aglai?
Are you upset, Azor?
Yes.
Very upset?
Very.
I can see that you are. But how do you know that I love Mesrin?
What?
Yes, my friend.
Iglay loves you and no longer cares for me?
Yes.
Woo! Nothing could be better! Just go on loving each other. I no longer care for you either, Iglay. Wait for me here. I'll be back in a moment.
Stop! What do you mean you no longer love me? What does that mean?
I'll explain later.
Azor, wait!
There's the beautiful Iglay. If you ever want to see yourself again, you may come to me. I have your portrait. I've taken it without any difficulty.
You can take yours, which I'm only too pleased to give back. There's no sense in me keeping it.
What? My portrait? You my portrait? Mesmer, how'd you get my portrait?
I gave it to her.
Azor, I wish to speak to you for a moment.
Why do you wish to speak to her? You have me.
Come here, Mesmer, and you seem to take a lead in your senses.
No, stop this! Stop this outrage! I refuse to see any more. Your Highness, I find a demon Iglay intolerable. Why did you choose women who would display the most contemptible aspects of my sex?
Who are all these people, Carice? They look so angry. I want to go away. Don't be afraid. These are all new friends. We must listen to what they have to say. Ah, Dean Meslis. You're here. Good.
Hello, Grease. Look at all these new people, Adine.
Yes, but we have no need for them. Now, Jewish.
No, we don't. No one here can compare with you. Are these men and women, Grease?
Oh, take a look at the women, Meslis. If you see one that appeals to you more than Dina, we can give her to you. I can accept your friendship. What do you mean?
My name is Meslis, but I have no friendship to offer you.
Look at the other women, Meslis.
Thank you, Grease, but no one here interests me. There's only one Dean in this book.
Oh, it's beautifully said, Meslis.
And you, Dina, why don't you look at the men?
I've seen all I need to see. Let's go, Meslis.
What an enchanting child. Let me look after her, Your Highness.
Do, and I shall take care of Meslis.
We don't need anyone else. We only want to be together.
Have no fears, we won't separate you. Carice, set Dina and Meslis apart. I will decide what to do with the others. Hermione, remember never text the brothers with them. Why should we work secretly and separated amongst them?
No, Your Highness, you must allow for a difference. The treachery of your sex is revolting. Men change for no reason at all and don't even try to excuse their behavior.
I admit, the conduct of your sex is much more hypocritical and such, more decent. You women make a greater fuss over their conscience.
Believe me, Your Highness, this is no laughing matter. Let's go.
Yes, let's go back to the court and try once again to end this dispute.
I'll tell you a little bit about the next play that you're going to be seeing. I can't see your hands, so just go ahead and call out. Has anybody heard of the play Antigone? The next piece that you're going to be seeing is our festival piece. It is the piece that we competed in the Massachusetts High School Drama Guild Festival back in March. We did an excellent job. We competed with some very, very tough schools, and I'm really, really proud of the performance that you're going to see in front of you in just a few minutes. Just to give you a little bit of a background, maybe some of you who have studied or read Antigone before are used to seeing togas or Greek masks. We actually, when I originally conceived the set design, the idea, the concept of the show, I decided to go in a different direction and actually try to think about what it might look like in more of a post-apocalyptic setting. Would language reset itself? Would we change our values religiously or theologically? Just to sort of take a look at it, at Antigone from a different angle. So you're going to see some things on stage that are a little different, probably, than what you heard about or learned about in English class. We appreciate you keeping an open mind and being attentive and giving our support to the cast. And as soon as we're ready and we get the signal backstage, we'll begin Antigone. Just as a note, I meant to say this before the last performance and I didn't, and I apologize to all those that are selling things out in the lobby. In between one act, we do have some wonderful concessions out in the lobby that we'd like to thank Cats for. We have chocolate lollipops, we have bottles of water if it gets a little hot. They're on sale out there. We also have a raffle, and it's a raffle that you can choose the prize that you go for. Right tonight, we are raffling off an iPod Shuffle, a free party at Jump On In. Is that right? Yeah, okay. A free party for 25 to jump on in, and we're also raffling off a basket of candy. So if you're interested in any of those things, after Antigone, come out to the lobby. Also, those of you who may not be aware, we do have a parent support group here at the high school, and in Wilmington, it's called Choir and Theater Support. It's CATS. We meet the first Monday of every month, and we are always looking for new recruits. We're always looking for help, and we're graduating a huge senior class this year. So if you're interested, at least visit the water and chocolate lollipops so you can get more information about CATS. Our organization president is going to be selling, Miss Laura Brophy will be selling, and also, who am I missing? Who else? Mrs. Stevens, another one of our members, and you can also catch other of our members. Miss McDonald, just wave your hand. So feel free to go visit and just ask about the organization. The more help we have, the better our shows are, really. So please give your support. So thank you very much, and we hope you enjoy Antigone.
Because we are the survivors today. Zeus is completing in us the ceremony of pain and dishonor and disaster and shame that began with Oedipus. And today again, a proclamation under rule of war, but binding, they say, on every citizen. Haven't you heard? Don't you see? Hatred marches on love when our friends, our own people, our family are treated as enemies.
No, Antigone. Since the day we lost our brothers, both in one day, both to each other, I have not thought of love, happy or painful either. Last night the enemy army left. I know nothing further. Nothing hurts me. Nothing makes me happy anymore.
I know, but I called you here for a reason. To talk alone.
I can see there's something important. Tell me.
It's our brothers. It's the burial. Creon honoring one and casting the other out. They say he's buried at Ticles with full and just and lawful honors to the dead. But Polynices, who died just as pitiably. Creon has proclaimed that his body will stay unburied. No mourners, no tomb, no tears. A tasty meal for the vultures. That's what they say this man of goodwill Creon has proclaimed. And they say he intends to enforce it. Whoever shall perform any prohibited act shall be liable to the penalty of death by stoning in the presence of the assembled citizens. You'll have to quickly guard to prove that you are as brave today as you were born to be.
What can I accomplish? There's nothing left. What can I do or undo?
Will you join with me? Will you help ask yourself that?
Help with what?
Body, give me your hand. Help me.
You mean to bury him in spite of the edict?
He's my brother and yours too, and whether you will or not, I'll stand by.
Do you dare? Despite Creon?
You cannot keep me from my own.
Your own? Think of Oedipus, our own father. Hated, infamous, destroyed. The hands that murdered 2 in 1. And mother, remember, his wife and mother 2 in 1. And then our brothers 2 in 1 day. The hands that murdered shared in twin doom. And now us sisters 2 alone, and all the easier destroyed if we should spite the law and the power of the king. No, we must be sensible. We are women born unfit to that amend, and we are subjects while Creon is king. No, we must obey even in this, even if something can hurt more.
Then I won't urge you, no. Even if you're willing to be senseless, I wouldn't want the help you give. It's too late, you must be as you believe. I'll bury him, and if I die for doing that, good. The living are here, but I must please those longer who are below. If you believe you must cast out these principles, the gods themselves honor.
I won't dishonor anything that I cannot help, not when the whole country refuses to help.
Then weakness will be your I am different. I love my book, and I'm going to bury her now.
Antigone, I fear for you.
Don't fear for me. Not yet.
Promise not to say anything. Keep this secret. I'll join you in secrecy.
No, shout and proclaim it. I'll hate you the more for keeping silent.
Hate me? This ardor of yours is spent on ashes. Will and is not enough. There's no way without power.
My strength is spent, I will be done, for I know that I'm pleasing those whom I must.
But with no hope, even to start is wrong.
Talk like that and you'll make me hate you, and he, dead, will hate you rightly as an enemy. Leave me alone with my hopeless scheme, for I'm ready to suffer for and to die, because no suffering could be so terrible as to die for nothing.
Since you believe you must, go on, for you are wrong. But we who love you are right in loving you.
Sun blaze, shining at last. You are the most beautiful light ever shown Thebes over her 7 gates.
And now, higher you come.
In whole armor from out of Argos, you have expelled the man, exiled and unbridled the life of life.
Out of the crisis of the dubious quarrel, Polynices roused himself against his country, and sure as an eagle white as snow, he flew on to the country.
Stood there, over our roofs, circled our gates, Thebes' 7 faces, spears set for the kill, snarling above the wall.
A gullet gaping, dry for a fill about blood, fires, ready to catch our wreath of towers, but then, nothing.
Now he was gone, fled the war gods path, futile to have struggled with dragon thieves.
Zeus hates the noise of a dragging tongue. When he saw him come against us, he whirled fire. And the man who was rushing like a racer to the goal on the heights of our battlements, who was singular victory, Zeus struck him down with that fire.
Swung and then fell, on our land, struck in the land to turn the shock. He who would rave drunk raged to attack, and the grand war gods allotted the rest their own dooms, gained us this contest.
Our 7 gates were their 7 stations, and standing against our own, there are 7 captains. But on either side, one man remained unappeared. Seed of one father, birth from one mother, planted spears against each other, and both of them conquered, sharing eternal death.
Victory comes, bring glory to Thebes, answers a smile to our many chariots that cheer her. Now that the war is over, forget war. We'll visit every god's temple for a whole night, dancing and chanting praise. Dionysus leads us, both Thebes, exclaim tremble.
But look, the new king of the temple, Creon, is coming. A new kind of man for new conditions. I wonder what program he intends to launch, and he should call the elders at the special conference.
Gentlemen, the state. The state rides steady once again. Out of all the citizens, I have summoned you, knowing that you blessed King Laos' reign. When Oedipus ruled, you stood by him. And after his destruction, you stood by his sons, always with firm counsel. Both sons died in one day, struck and stricken, paired in doom, twin pollution. Now I rule as next of kin. It is impossible to know a man's soul, both the wit and will, before he writes laws and enforces them. I believe that he who rules in a state, yet fails to embrace the best man's counsels, but stays locked in silence and vague fear, is the worst man there. And he who cherishes an individual beyond his homeland, he, I say, is nothing. Zeus, who sees all, will see that I shall not stay silent if I see disaster marching against our citizens, and I will not befriend the enemy of this land. When she is steady, then we can steer. Those are my principles. Today I have proclaimed laws akin to those, these concerning the sons of Oedipus. Eteocles, who fought hard in defense of the nation, but fell in action, will be given holy burial, a funeral suited to greatness and nobility. But his brother, Polynices, the exile, who descended with fire to destroy his fatherland and family gods, to drink our blood and drive us all slaves, he will be given no funeral, no mourners, and will be left unburied so that men may see him ripped for food by dogs and vultures.
These opinions, sir, concerning enemies and friends of the state are adjectives. Law and usage, as I see it, are totally at your disposal to apply to both the dead and to us survivors.
Then consider yourselves guardians of my pronouncements.
You have here men you can put on duty.
No, not the corpse. I have guards posted.
Then what are your orders?
Not to side with rebels.
No one is such a fool. No one loves death.
That's right. All the same, time after time, greed has destroyed good men.
King Creon! King Creon! King Creon! King Creon! King Creon, I'm going to explain about why I made it down here, all out of wind, which for one thing is not on account for going fast, because even when I started out, it wasn't light-footed. No, and I kept stopping to think, and all the way I was going in circles about turning right back. Yes, and my soul keeps telling me things. Says, what are you going to go there for? When as soon as you get there, you're sure to pay for it. And then, what are you standing here for? If Creon finds out about this from somebody else first, you'll be the one who suffers. I kept rolling that over in my mind. I went along slowly, like on my own time. You can go a long way, walking a short distance. In the end, the thought that actually did win out was to go right ahead to you, sir. And even if what I'm about to explain really isn't anything, I'm going to explain it anyhow. Yes, because here I am, with a handful of hope that nothing will happen to me what the future has in store already.
What's the matter with you? What are you afraid of?
Well, first I'm going to tell you about me, because I didn't do it, and don't know who did, so it wouldn't be fair if I came into some kind of trouble.
You aim well before you shoot. You virtually encircled the business. You filled the blockade. Clearly, your news is extraordinary.
Sir, it's awful. It's so strange I can hardly bring myself to say it.
Then tell me, and I'll dismiss you, and you'll go.
Well, I am telling you. Somebody buried the corpse in my knob, sprinkled dust over it, and then said, "But you're the monster!" Who did? I don't know! There wasn't any scoop from a pickaxe or cut from a hoe. The soil is hard and dry, no breaks in it from wagon wheels. When the first daytime sentry showed us, we all thought it was a miracle. We couldn't see the body, and it wasn't really buried. It was like somebody tried to drive the curse out. No game tracks or dog tracks, no signs of being tugged at. Next thing you know, there's a flurry of harsh words with one sentry cross-examining the other, and we'd have wound up fighting because everybody did it, and nobody saw him do it, and everybody testified that he knew nothing about it. We were ready to hold hot iron, walk through fire, swear by the gods we didn't do it. But in the end, one man speaks up and sets us all hanging our heads, looking at the ground afraid. Because we couldn't say anything against it, we couldn't expect any good to come of doing it. He said we couldn't hide what happened, we had to tell you, sir. And that idea won out. With my bad luck, the lot fell on me. And I'm the winner, and here I am, and I don't want to be here, and I know you don't want me here because no one who hates what you say loves you.
My lord, we have been considering whether God might not have done that.
Stop before you say too much. Are you senile? Intolerable talk. As if the gods had any concern for that corpse. Covering him up? Honoring him presumably as a public benefactor when he was the one who came to burn the country that is theirs? No, impossible. For a long while now, certain men in this city, as they would have it, have scarcely been able to stand up underneath my commands. They mutter about me, they hide, shake their heads. These are the men that did this, I'm positive. They were seduced with money. Money. Nothing worse than people as that were sprouted up and grown current. It's what destroys nations, smashes armies, teaches men to turn to crime, and makes everything they do and think unholy. Everyone they hired to do this will pay for it. As Zeus accepts my prayers, understand this well. I'm talking on oath to you. Either you and McClimb are responsible parties in this case, or death will be enough for you. You will hang alive till you tell me who did it, just so you, all of you, will know then on not to take bribes, and learn that your love of getting what you can, where you can, is wrong.
Will you give me a chance to answer, or should I just go?
Don't you know yet that your talk irritates me?
Does it hurt in your ears, sir, or in your soul?
What is this? Anatomy?
The man who did it irritates your mind. I just bother your ears.
You can't stop talking, can you? You must have been born that way.
Anyway, I didn't do what you said I did.
You did! You sold your soul!
Sir, it's awful. You make up your mind when even what's wrong looks right.
I'll leave the subtleties to you, but understand this. Unless you find the perpetrators of this burial, you will learn that easy money buys suffering!
I hope they find him. But if he's caught or if he's not, which is something luck will decide, you won't ever see me come back here again. Because I had never thought or hoped even. But thanks to the gods and praise them, I'm alive.
Many marvels walk through the world. Terrible, wonderful, but none more than humanity. which makes a way under winter rain. Over the great deep in the sea, proceeds where it swells and swallows, undwindling, unwearied, first for the gods, to its own purpose, through generation as cold follows man.
With learning and with ingenuity over his horizon of faith, mankind crawls, now to failure, now to work. And when he has found the laws of this earth, besides justice pledged to the gods, he rules his homeland, but he has no home, who recklessly marries an illegitimate cause. Bend this stranger from my mind and home's heart.
An unholy miracle. Am I right or mistaken? How can I say no? This is not the girl I know. Antigone? Daughter of Oedipus. No, not you. Where is it taking you? You have not broken the laws of the king. Have you? That would be senseless. Why have they arrested you?
This is the girl who buried that man. We caught her at it. Where's Creon?
He's coming from the palace. Just we need him.
To come forward just in time seems to be my fate. How do you need me?
King Creon, here I am, though I swore I would never come, bringing this girl we caught tidying the grave up. This time I wasn't picked by lot. No, this is a lucky find that's mine and no one else's. And here she is. Take her and judge her as you please.
This girl? Where did you find her and how?
This is the girl who buried that man. Now you know all I know.
Are you sure you're saying what you mean?
I caught this girl, buried that dead man. You said not to. That's what I'm telling you, plain and clear.
How did you stop her? How did you spot her and arrest her?
It was like this. When we got back here with those terrible threats on us, we swept off all the dust that covered the corpse, stripped it naked. The body was oozing. We sat down on a hilltop between the wind and it to dodge the smell. One man busy shaking the next man with harsh words rushing, so nobody could be lazy on the job this time. This went on till the sun was a glittering circle that stood in the middle of the air. It warmed and seared. Suddenly, a whirlwind like a smudge fire raised a squall off the soil. It filled the plain and tortured the leaves of the woods and forced the mighty air full. We squinted and suffered out this holy misery. After a while, it went away. Then we saw the girl. She cried out loud, that sharp sound that a bitterness a bird makes when she looks in her nest and it's empty. It's a widow's bed, and the baby chicks are gone. And this girl, when she saw the corpse was bare, cried that same way, and groaned and mourned for it, and prayed hard curses on the one who did that to it. Right away she brings dust, handful by handful, that makes offerings 3 times, holding a beautiful urn up high. We caught her at it, then quick as a shot hunted her down, and right up got her, not a bit afraid. We accused her of doing it before, and this time both, and she didn't deny a thing, which made me glad and sad at the same time. I cleared myself and arrested her. When you go free, nothing can make you happier. But when you hurt someone you care about, nothing can hurt more. But I'm naturally the kind of man who puts everything second to his own safety.
You there, hanging your head looking at the ground. Do you admit or deny you did this?
I did it. I denied nothing.
As for you, you may convey your person where you were. This is a grave charge, and you are free from it. Now tell me, briefly and concisely, were you aware of the proclamations prohibiting these acts?
I was. I couldn't avoid it when it was made public.
You still dared break this law?
Yes! Because I did not believe Zeus was the one who had proclaimed it, nor justice or the gods of the dead whom justice lives among. I didn't suppose your decree had strength enough, or you, who are human, to violate the lawful tradition for gods not merely written, but made infallible. These laws are not for now, but for yesterday. They are alive forever. I was thoroughly aware you would proclaim them before I died. If you believe what I did was foolish, you may be fool enough to convict me too.
Clearly she is your father's child, hard and raw. He never learned humility for all of his troubles.
Yes, but these stiff minds are first to collapse. Fire-tempered iron, the strongest and toughest, is often the kind you most see snapped and shattered. I know horses. Slim reins discipline even the spirited ones. You can't be free with your master nearby. Laws remain, she broke them, rebelling to think of it, then to do it, and do it again, now more defiance, bragging about it. She did it and she's laughing. I'm no man. She's the man. She's the king, if she gets away with this. My niece. Or let her be closer than any who pray at my home hearth. She and her kin cannot prevent their doom. Yes, the other girl. I hold her equally responsible for plotting the burial, Summon her immediately! Just now, I saw her at home, hysterical out of her wits. A thieving mind scheming crooked plots in its own darkness loves to be caught before it can act. But what I really hate is the one that, once it's caught, wants to beautify its guilt.
Then why are you waiting? There's nothing you could say I would like to hear and there never could be. And obviously there's nothing about me that could please you either. Still, where was there a way for me to win the greater fame or glory than by simply taking my own brother to its grave? There should be a voice among these gentlemen to say I have pleased them too, but it's all been locked in silence by fear.
You're the only citizen who holds that view. The rest are with me. Aren't you ashamed to dissent from these good men?
They keep silent to please you. Why should I be ashamed of loyalty to my brother?
Wasn't his enemy your brother? Why do you honor Polyneices only? Isn't that the same as rejecting Antigone?
Yes, they are brothers, one blood, father and mother, the same as mine. Antigone is dead, and will not say I rejected him.
He will if you honor him no more than Polyneices, who died roundly in this land while he defended it!
He's not his slave, but his brother, and he's dead, and death is a god who wants his laws obeyed.
Not that good and bad be treated equally under those laws!
Does anyone know? Maybe down there all this is pure.
Friends and enemies are two different things, and dying does not reconcile them.
I wasn't born to hate one with the other, but to love both together.
If you want to love somebody, go down there and love the dead. I'm alive, though, and no woman will rule me.
Here, Antigone, is your sister.
You, in my own home, slunk like a viper, sneaking, sucked my blood. And I never learned I was nursing a pair of traitors. Now tell me, say you shared in this burial or swear you knew nothing of it.
I did, and if she is with me now, I will share the blame with her and will bear it also.
No, you had no right. You weren't willing to. Even if you had been, I wouldn't have taken you with me.
Now that you're in trouble, I'm not afraid to weather suffering with you. I have made myself ready.
The God of the dead and the dead are my witnesses who did what. I don't want love from anyone who loves with speeches.
No, please don't. You're my sister. Don't take away from me the honor of dying with you and of joining with you in service to the dead.
You will not die. Not with me, you won't. You had nothing to do with this. Don't try to claim you had. I will die and the dead will be served well.
What's life when I've lost you? What is there left for me alone?
Ask your Uncle Creon. You have so much in common.
Why should you hurt me? It
Hurt?
doesn't help.
Hurt you? Maybe I'm laughing at you if I'm laughing instead of sorrow.
Then what can I still do to help you?
Save yourself. I want you to escape.
No, please don't make me let you die alone.
You chose to live, I chose to die.
I tried, I argued.
And you argued well, and I did. And to those who agree with each of us was right.
But now we both share the blame, right or wrong.
Be happy you were living, but my soul died a long time ago to be useful among the dead.
Two girls, one born that way. Now you turn out to be a fool as well.
A mind does not just grow and then stand. When our lives fonder, reason deserts us.
Yes, minds like yours and hers. When you commit crimes, you wreck your lives.
What's there left for me alone? Without her, how can I live?
Forget her. She's nothing.
You mean to say you would kill the girl you promised your own son would marry?
There are other fields for him to furrow.
But for him and her, no other match like this.
There's no match where the light is worthless!
It's handing you cast aside when you say that. Don't you love your son? Can you deprive him?
No. Death will stop that way. Now I've had enough of you and this marriage business.
It has been determined that Antigone shall die.
Yes. And you as well, as I have determined. Hurry! Take them into the palace! Now they'll have to be women and know their place. Even men, rash men, run when they see how close death is to life.
Lucky those whose lifetime knows no taste of troubles. The house quaked by the gods lacks no form of disaster. Like swellings of oceans that run on the abyss of brine and roll black sand out from the chasm. But bellow, wailing, wind born.
I can see the ancient Greeks of dead men striking. This house, built by some god, no relief. Generation after generation, no release. But the spreading glass light, the last root, stalk of edifice is now hacked down. Blood-red dust out from other gods. Principal time frenzy.
Those stray hope out of lights and lines help many need. Others find hope in disastrous deception that creeps on fools who step into the blaze. And when a god drives him and deceives, a man will decide what is bad and good, and there's only a brief while outside disaster.
But here is Haman, who have no other son. Has he come out of grief now, with greater Antigone, or the pan his own loss?
We'll soon see. And seeing is better than prophecy. Son, have you heard the final verdict? Are you angry at your father, or do you love me regardless, whatever I do and how?
I am your son. You direct a course for me with good intention, and I follow it. I do not believe that marriage is more important to me than you and your good leadership.
Son, you should hold that to your heart. Everything is second to a father's good. That's the reason men praise their children, to have them growing up at home. Boys, obedient. The kind that punish those who hate their fathers and honor those who love them as much as he does himself. The man who has worthless children, what has he got for himself but hardship and a laugh for his enemies? That's how things are. Don't throw out a principle for a little fun. Remember, a treacherous wife turns cold in your arms, and nothing can hurt you worse than a false friend. Kick this out of your system. Send that girl off like any other enemy. Let her be a bride in Hades' household. I caught her in open rebellion. Her alone, out of the entire nation. I won't be a leader who lies to his people, no. I will kill her. Let her sing a song to Zeus for bonds of blood. If I rear a disorderly family, I am feeding general disorder. For my part, I am confident that a man willing to be ruled can rule himself well. He is the one who stands firm in the storm of battle, who holds his post both in front of you and by your side. Great. No, nothing is worse than a lack of leadership. It's what destroys nations, ravages armies, smashes armies. That's why we have to defend the orderly people. And never let women get the better of us. If we must fall, better to fall to a real man and not be called worse than woman.
In my opinion, unless time is robbed me of discernment, you're speaking intelligently on the subject.
Father, the gods implant intelligence in all humans. Of all our properties, that is the supreme one. I know I lack the power and training to tell you that you're wrong, but perhaps a second opinion will be valuable. I am bound, naturally, to watch over anything concerning you, what people say or do, or what fault anyone might find with you, because for the common man, your gaze is terrible. He can't find words to explain things that displease you. But I do hear things, under the cover of darkness, what our country says, read from the girl. That no one is more innocent, no death more awful, no deed more noble than hers. With her own brother fallen, slaughtered, then not buried, shouldn't her fate be golden glory? Isn't she worthy? That's worthy. It's dark, and it marches in silence. There's no possession, Father, that I honor more than your happiness and fortune. After all, what greater prize can children possess than a father flourishing in glory in honor? Please be different this once. It's no shame for even wise men to learn and to relent. And don't be angry. Let me give my opinion, young as I am. It'd be best if we were born knowing everything, but it is honorable to learn from honest men.
What he says is to the point, sir. The wind dwells in life from him, and you too from your father. Both have spoken well.
Men our age learn from him?
If I happen to be right, suppose I am young. Don't look at my age, look at what I do.
What you do? Side with the rebels.
No, nor would I encourage anyone else to respect or be faithful to someone who is doing wrong.
But didn't that girl do wrong?
The whole nation denies it.
Will the nation tell me what orders I can give?
See, you're talking like a boy.
It's my job to rule this land. There is no one else.
No nation belongs to one man.
Nations belong to men with power. That's common knowledge.
You could rule the desert right if you were alone there.
Look at him, taking that woman's side, fighting me.
I'm on your side. It's you I'm concerned about.
Fine son you are, putting me in the stand.
It's because I can see you're making a mistake. You're a witness against yourself.
What mistake? Respecting my high office?
Respecting it by dishonoring the gods?
Rightly graded on your knees to a woman. Everything you said was for her sake.
And for my sake, and yours especially, and for the nether gods as well. You can tell me I'm on my knees, but you will find that I will never surrender when I know something is wrong.
It's no use. You'll never marry Antigone. Not in this world.
Then she'll die, and her death will destroy others.
Are you threatening me?
No, I'm arguing in a void.
Of your own mind, and trying to teach me. Your tears will teach you.
If you were my father, I'd say you lost your mind.
Don't bother me! You're no man. You're a slave. Property of a woman.
You expect to talk but not listen, and to speak but not be judged.
Just understand. You don't insult me and go off laughing. Bring her here. Let him see her. Bring her here beside her bridegroom and watch. Let him watch her killed.
No, you won't.
Don't think it!
So as long as I'm alive, she will not die, and you will never see me again. Stay with your friends, if these are friends, and rave at them, if they'll listen.
Sir, it was anger that made him run away. When a person his age is hurt, he can be dangerous.
Let him try. He can't save those 2 girls.
2 girls? Do you plan to go both?
No. You're right. His maid didn't help. Thank you.
Antigone, then. By what form of execution?
Have her taken up a road men have deserted, hidden there, living in a rock hollow. Leave her enough fodder only to defend the country from the filth of a curse. Then she can beg from death, the only god she honors. Perhaps death will excuse her from dying.
Desire, you, unconquered war. Desire, vaulting upon our dear goods. At night you rest on young girls' gentle smiles. Then travel, to visit the far dwellers whose houses are fields. The deathless gods not escape, or humans whose whole life is dead, welcoming you, they run mad.
You twixt good and just men to crime and shame. You shook the ribs in one blood. Revolt among these men. Clear longing in the lowered eyes of a young bride to show victory. Your power is equal. You're pleased beside the great gods and eternal mandates. For love conquers without war, and destroys with glad gains.
Now though, even I am born. Outside those mandates lay down to here. When I see, there, and I cannot dare to force my tears. When I see Antigone, who is reaching the end of her progress to Rome from the dead and universal rest.
Look at me now, citizens of my homeland. I walk the last path, watching my last of sunlight. Never again will I be able to see there the holy eye radiant again. And there is no one that I love besides only. Niobe, once queen of our country, I know of her death. Like Titan died, the stone grove covered her, and now she shrinks in incessant rain and snow falls off her brow to drench the hill breast. Mine is like her death night.
She was a god, descendant of a god. We're human, born to die. Still, we're doing birth grand for living and dying, we should have heard God.
No, laughing at me? Can't you wait till I'm gone to insult me? My home, country, citizens, many grand possessions. I have made well my witnesses. I come to what strange funeral and under what kind of law? Wait to laugh, I have been unlucky.
You are harsh and daring, child. You went too far and fell broken against the lofty pedestal of justice. Perhaps, though, you are suffering from some ancestral failing.
The memory that wounds most, my father's griefs, the family doomed whole in its glory, disastrous deceptions, the bed incest land. These are my origins. You open that wound again, not I. So condemned, I will find a new place, a spinster's residence with them, with Polynices, exile in Argos, marriage, by whose death I died and still live.
Your devotion is a kind of reverence. Power, though, must be revered, not trampled by those who must wield it. But you, holding rebellion, followed your own destruction.
Unmourned, friendless, I'm led away. The path is ready. They sing no wedding song. Never again will I be able to see there the holy eye of radiant day again. But my fate is my own, to die.
Singing and sighing. If one used to talk before you die, no one would ever stop. Men, take her away. Shut the tomb-word arches over, like I told you. Either she'll die, or if she likes a new home, she can live in it. Bury it.
In other words, death is approaching.
I will encourage you. You've been condemned.
I can wait no longer. You, the nation's leaders, look at the last house of your kings and see what I suffer at the hands of my brother for an act of loyalty and devotion.
Nobles of Thebes, we too have come on common path, one man watching the way of the gold. The blind must walk wherever we lead.
Dear old Tiresias. But is there something wrong?
I will inform you. That is my problem. Yours is to comply.
I've never disobeyed you in the
In
past.
consequence, you've been a good captain for the state and have steered her right.
And I can attest to the utility of
Then
my...
listen. Once more, you are walking the razor's edge.
What do you mean?
You will know when I inform you what sign you are. Seated at my station of augury, a harbor under my command since ancient days, where every bird puts in safety, I heard weird birds squawking in an evil frenzy. They were tearing at one another, clawing for murder. The whirring of their wings made us clear. It frightened me. Immediately, I lit the altars for sacrifice. I tried, but from the offerings no flesh. Instead, putrid slime dribbled down and smoked and spat in the ashes. The gall exploding into vapor, the fat peeled out the thighs, exposing them, the bones slipping. The ritual had failed. The state is sick. You and your principles are to blame. In consequence, the gods ignore our prayers and sacrifices, and birds feeding fast on a murdered man's blood, he and a fallen son of Oedipus, scream nonsense. Stop immediately. Once a mistake is made, and a man falls into misfortune, it is both wise and worthy of him to make amends and not be unknowing. Stubbornness is stupid. It is criminal. No. Give yourself away. Heal. What good is it to kill the dead man? What kind of power is it? I have spoken frankly for your own.
Old man?
I am a woman, and I'll thank you to remember it, your majesty.
All of you shoot at me like archers at a bullseye. This fortune telling isn't news. For a long while now, you and your kind have been selling me out and trying to deliver me. Make money. Deal in silver, gold from Sardis. Get gold from India. That's what you want. Bury that man? No. Not if the eagles rip him for food, nor if they carry him to the throne of Zeus. I'm not afraid of even that. But I won't let you bury that man. I know full well no man has the power to prove the gods but Tiresias. Old as you are, please, listen. It's you wonderfully clever people that fall hardest in disgrace when you hide ugly ideas and pretty speeches in order to make money.
Doesn't anyone know? Won't anyone consider?
Consider what? What universal truth are you going to proclaim?
How much more valuable than money good advice?
Or how much worse losing your judgment is?
And that's what's wrong with you. You are a sick man.
I won't choose to return the insult. You're supposed to be a prophet.
But you're doing just that. You say my prophecies are lies.
Yes, and I say so because you love money. All of you prophetic profiteers.
And tyrants love to have their own way, regardless of right and wrong.
Can you see who you're talking to? We are your rulers.
You are, it's thanks to me that you saved the state and rule now.
Thanks to your skill as a prophet. But as a woman, you don't care about right or wrong.
And you are forcing me to tell you things I know and would prefer to leave undisturbed, King Creole.
Go ahead. Disturb them. But don't expect to profit by it.
I don't expect that you would.
Just understand. I'm not for sale. I have principles.
Very well. Now you understand this! You courses of the racing sun remain before you lose a child of your own loins and give him back a corpse, exchange for corpses. You have dishonored the living soul and exiled the Jew, casting a member of this upper world below. You are detaining here, moreover, a dead body, unsanctified and so unholy, a subject of the nether gods. No, the matter is out of your hands and those of the gods above. A crime of violence is being done, and you are the one commanding it. In consequence, relentless destroyers now pursue you, furies of death and deity. They lie in wait for you to catch you in the midst of your crimes. The time is near. The weeping of men and of women will be heard in your household. All the enemy nations will be aroused. All whose altars are stinking and corrupted, with the torn fragments, that the birds and the dogs and the wild beasts bring! You will not escape my kingdom. I'll lead you to fire unknown. You are to teach your tongue silence and your mind.
Creon, I've lived a long time, and I know none of us has ever known Tiresias to lie.
I know it. I know. But what am I to do? Creon? I may just be deluding myself.
You need prudent counsel, sir.
Please, tell me what to do. I promise to comply.
Go! Release the girl from the cave and build a tomb for the body you cast out.
That's your advice? To give in?
As quickly as possible. The gods are swift to strike. They cut fools' hesitation short.
Oh, I know it. I know. I didn't intend for this to happen. But I must not fight wrongly against fate, only to be defeated by fate.
Then act now. Go quickly. Don't leave it to others.
I will at once. Guards! Guards, come in! Some of you, call the others! Bring axes! I did it, now undo it. Life, I'm afraid, is best spent maintaining the established laws. For these are moored safe and steady.
Noblemen of Thebes, it is impossible ever to praise and criticize any period of human life. Fortune elevates and fortune tumbles. But once affairs have been determined, even prophecy cannot assist mortal men. Once, in my opinion, Creon was enviable. He had saved our fatherland from his enemies. He had seized the monarchy, and now ruled absolutely. But now, he has lost everything.
Under what new burden must that king pass and his family?
The dead, and the living liable to their dying.
Who is dead? Who is responsible?
Payment has been destroyed, blood shed by warm blood.
His father himself?
He himself, in anger at his father.
Tiresias was right. All she has said has come true.
That is the state of affairs. It is for you to deliberate upon them.
Look, you're Dicey. Creon's wife exiting from the palace. Perhaps she's heard about the fated boys. Maybe it's only by chance.
Oh, citizens, here you all are. I was just praying in the palace. I was unlocking the door. I wanted to go to the temple to speak to the goddess, but then I heard the things you were saying. Something was wrong. About my own home. I was frightened. I tried to lean on something. My maids were holding me up. I must have fainted. What were you saying? Tell it over to me this time. Please go ahead. I know what grief is. I can hear more.
My queen, dear lady, I was present, so I know. And I shall not omit a word of the truth, for the truth is always the proper thing. Serving as guide, I personally attended your royal consort to the far side of the plain, where the mangled body of Polyneices had lied, where the dogs had dragged it. We prayed to the goddess of the crossroads and to Pluto to contain their anger and to bless us. We bathed and sanctified the body and then burned the remains, and heaped him a bower of earth of his homeland. We then proceeded to the maiden's tomb, a bridal chamber spread with stone. Even from far, one of us heard a voice cry, shrill weeping and echo from the tomb, and he came to our Lord Creon and informed him. As Creon approached, the cry hovered about him, and he moaned and then shouted, "Oh no! Am I a prophet too? Is this the most luckless road I've gone? Father," my son's voice, "run ahead, men, as fast as you can, up to the tomb. Some of the stones have been pulled down. Get inside." That is Haman's voice I hear. Maybe the gods are robbing me. Our master was in despair. We obeyed him and looked inside. We saw her, down at the tomb's end, hanged by the neck, a noose made from the linen of her robe, and him, his arms around her. We wept his bride and their lost love, and his father who had caused this. His father saw him and went towards him, cried and called out, "What did you do? What are you thinking? What hurt you so? I beg you on bended knees, don't die, come out." But the boy looked at him, wild-eyed, not one word, but spat in his face and drew his sword. So his father dodged and ran back, and he missed and curled the blade over onto his side. He was still conscious. His arms floated about the girl. He held her and tried to breathe, but breathed out a rush of blood. The red drops were on her white cheeks. Now the dead lie in the arms of the dead. They have been wedded in the house of death. In Creon has showed there is no greater evil than man's failure to consult and to consider.
The lady is gone, left without a word, good or bad. What do you think this means?
I don't know, but I have faith in her. I believe that she prefers to mourn her son in her own home. She is intelligent. She will not do wrong.
I'm not sure. I think that sometimes excessive silence is more serious than feeble outcries.
Very well. I shall find out. Possibly she has kept something, concealed it in her heart. I'll follow her. You are right, thank you. Excessive silence is sometimes grave.
But look, there. The king, Creon. He carries a token of his own misdeed, of his own delusion.
Mindless, hard, deadly crime. Look, to kill her and kill a father and son. Poor, worthless counsel. My own. My son. Young. Death comes soon. I was wrong, not you.
My lord, you have come with grief. But now, in your own home, you see there's more.
What more's left? What's worse?
Your wife, sir. This boy's mother. Fresh wounds. She's dead.
Ruthless last harbor. Death? Why, when I am destroyed, destroy me again? Please, young woman, tell me the worst. What? What, a new victim? What, not my wife? So soon?
Now, they are bringing her out.
I do see. There is no pity. Where's the end? Where now? Where? I just held my son here in my own hands. Now look, there's a second death. Brief double. For all sons, all mothers. Torture.
On an altar, bent on a sword, she shuts her eyes in peaceful blackness. First for Jairus, her older son, dead hero. Today Haman, she wept for both. In the end, cursed you for both sons dying.
No, no! I'm rising on her and horror flies. Why don't you have me down? It's someone a sword!
You are responsible for her death as well.
How did she die?
When she learned what happened to the boy, she struck herself, her own hand.
Nobody else. It's my fault. Me. Really me. I killed you. Men, take me away. Hurry, take me away from here. I'm nobody. I'm nothing.
Hurry, a worthy suggestion, if worth exists in evil. And in the midst of evil, done fast is done best.
No more. The end will be welcome. The final day. I'm waiting for doom. I don't want to see another day. Everything I just now prayed for.
Then pray for nothing more. No man can escape the grief that awaits him.
Men, take me away. A poor fool. I killed you both. Son and wife. No. Nowhere to look. It slides from my hands. It leaps on me. It crushes.
To be sensible and to be pious, these are the first and last commandments. But our grand schemes and bold words so proud have paid with their and great wounds have before today taught since, even to the aged.
How's everybody making out so far? I'd like to introduce to you Wilmington High School's own improv group. This was started, when was it, last year? Last year. Okay, so this is our second anniversary. This year, you saw it, you were here for it. Mark it down. Yeah, that's right. I always compare this group, you know, have you ever seen the cartoons or the shows where somebody's trying to make a decision and the little people pop up on each shoulder. One of them has a halo and one of them has horns. These are the people that pop up on the other side. These guys right here. So, the name of the group is 1 Minute Too Many, and I'm going to hand it over to Andy Donovan, who will MC the proceedings. We hope you enjoy them.
Well, thank you, Mr. Indeed. All right, I'd like to introduce us all quickly. Gentlemen, we have Scott Oglesby, Kyle Sereno, Jim Graham, Frank Stevens, Melissa Mahoney, Jordan Hill, Brian Sullivan, Mike Cheller, and not to be forgotten like he was on the program, Chris Lesnick. All right, excellent. Now, here's what we're going to do for you guys tonight. We're going to play 2 improv games. I'm going to get started right now. The first one we're going to play is called Dinner Party. It's not. It's called the dating game. Now, the dating game is similar to Dinner Party, which is why I got confused. Okay, so in the dating game, we have one bachelorette who's looking for love from 3 handsome young gentlemen. Now, the handsome young gentlemen have some sort of quirk or character flaw that she has to figure out, but she's not going to know about it. So can I have Melissa Mahoney stand up? She's going to be the host. Can I have Jordan and Brian please escort her off stage? She does not get to hear what the flaw is. Now, for the 3 lovely young men, I need James Ham, Scott Oglesby, and Matthew Hogan. Good luck, they're the best you can find. Okay, now,
I need to tell you what the character is. James is someone who just finished running a marathon. Scott is a 20-year-old vacuum salesman. And Hogan thinks that the host is their long-lost mother.
Alright, so hold on, let me go get it.
So let's talk about our feelings.
I'm feeling very sad. Okay. Yeah, the hostess gets to ask the 3 young gentlemen 3 questions, and then she will guess what their identity is. So when Melissa gets back up here, she will do just that. There she is. Give her a round of applause.
So, I see that you guys are 3 fabulous bachelors, and I guess my first question, since I love ice cream, if you were a flavor of ice cream and I had to, eat that ice cream, but you were supposed to be my favorite flavor of ice cream, what flavor of ice cream would you be? Bachelor number 1.
Am I bachelor number 1?
Yes, you are.
Well, I'd have to say, you know what? Chocolate chip.
Bachelor number 1, do you have brain freeze?
Sometime. Do you have any water? Hold that on.
Bachelor number 2, same question.
I bet you don't even know what kind of ice cream I like, huh?
Bachelor number 2, I believe this show is about me.
Oh, it's always about you, isn't it?
Yes. Bachelor number 3, if we were going to go on a luxurious vacation, where would you take me?
I would take you to the black sand beaches. And I would frolic with you in the water with my vacuum cleaner. Vacuum cleaners. These beautiful, efficient vacuum cleaners which work very well. And then you would give me money in exchange for vacuum cleaning. Vacuum cleaning the water. As you do not think that would cause you. Do you like it? I like vacuum. Just hear me out. What I'm saying is that you should like vacuums too, because they lead to great sanitary things. Even if we don't go anywhere, buy vacuum.
Okay. Thank you for that vacuum speech. Bachelor number 3. Bachelor number 1. you buy Bachelor number 3's vacuums?
I don't even care anymore. Do you know how far they made me run? I know it's required in gym class, but come on! It's a long way.
Okay. Bachelor number 2, were you running with Bachelor number 1?
No, I was with my father. Unlike you!
What does any of this have to do with your father?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't understand him because you don't spend enough time around him.
Bachelor number 2, did your father die?
No, but how would you know?
I guess I didn't.
That's right.
Bachelor number 3, besides vacuums, what are your other interests?
I'm a big fan of existential philosophy. See, I'm into creating voids. Inside our lives, there's just big voids full of nothing. In fact, the world is just meaningless nothingness. And I can show you just how much meaningless nothingness there is with my vacuums. Full of nothing! There is no purpose to life! There's no reason! I am the only thing that can bring you joy. That and vacuum. 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 Capitalism.
One more question for each contestant. Okay.
Bachelor number 1. What is your greatest fear?
I guess my greatest fear would be that I wouldn't stretch before my first race and then my pants would fall down. It happens, people! And then I trip on my pants and then no Julie would ever date me. Yeah, it's sad.
Bachelor number 2, have you ever dated a cheerleader?
No, I haven't. But how would you know? But you don't even know when my birthday is, do you?
No, I don't. Do you want to tell me, Bachelor number 2?
No, I don't. But I do want birthday presents. Back order!
Bachelor number 3, would you give Bachelor number 2 vacuums for his birthday?
For his birthday? No, I can have something good, like love or something. I'm like you.
All right. Do we have any guesses as to who these people are? How about bachelor number 1?
Bachelor number 1 is a kid that had to run too much or ran a marathon.
Yep.
An unloved child. A vacuum enthusiast.
Sure, why not? Is a game called Two Liners. In this scene, 2 people are going to have 2 lines that they can say, and 1 person can say whatever they want. But it's fun. You gotta work around 2 people. So we're going to have Frank Stevens, Chris Lesnick, and Jordan Hayes. Frank Stevens, you can say whatever you would like. Alright, Chris Lesnick, your 2 lines are we done yet, and can I keep this? Alright, and Jordan, are you supposed to be doing that? And if you say so. All right, now your scene is 3 doctors performing surgery. Okay?
All right. This is going to be a very, very dangerous surgery. The possibilities of death are max. Don't even try. What would happen to me?
Don't do that!
Should I keep this? Gold member? Okay. All right. Scalpel.
If you say so.
Yeah, I'm gonna say so. That's why you're the nurse.
Are you supposed to be doing that?
Who's the doctor here?
Are we done yet?
Why did I hire you? All right. Now I'm going to need some plier thingies.
If you say so.
Can I keep this?
Not at all. I say so. All right. So, just a little bit right here.
Are you supposed to be doing?
Oh my God! Try it yourself.
If you say so.
Done yet? You know, if you can't handle a long surgery like this, why'd you even decide to become a doctor? That's right, you can't say anything, can you? You don't even know what you're doing! If you say so.
Are you supposed to be doing?
Stop it! Are we done yet? We'll be done in a minute. All right, if you say so. You have no trust in me, do you? 0. Yeah, 0. All right, I need some stitches so I can stitch this thing together after you ripped it out of his body. I told you death was a possibility. Now you probably made it an inevitability. Can I keep this? Where's the scalpel? Take the scalpel. Give me the scalpel. Can I keep it? Oh. So we just...
Are you supposed to be doing?
Yes, I am supposed to be doing that. If you two nimwits would just stop talking to me.
Are
if
we
you say
done
so.
yet?
People watching us up here. These people are trying to be doctors. And they're like watching our surgery. You guys are being idiots. You want them to be idiots? If you say so.
Can I have you go get these bench off stage? There's a black bench that I brought up with my muscles. Okay, now this last thing we have is called stand up, sit down, or lie down. Now in this scene, 2 people, wait, there will be 3 people. 1 person will be standing up, 1 person will be lying down. Okay, anyway, so 1 person will be standing up at all times, 1 person will be lying down, and 1 person will be sitting. Now what the players have to do is, if 1 person decides to stand up, someone else will have to sit down, move, make sure all those positions are being filled. So can I have Micah, Kyle, and Brian?
Can I have one of you bring up your champion?
All right. Now, Kyle, you are an Olympic coach who's training his 2-star athletes, Brian and Micah. All right, so begin.
All right. Now here's what I'm thinking. You guys need to spend a little bit more time exercising. Here, let me show you. You're doing that wrong.
Oh!
Stand up, stand up.
I totally just pulled a muscle.
Let me get up.
Wait, yeah, let me just see that. Oh!
Wait, hold on. Where did it hurt?
Right there.
Okay, you see, this is what you were doing yesterday. You weren't...
I just broke my other leg.
Now, how coach you are? All right. Let's do some mental exercises. Let's train for our very important Olympic sport that we're going to be doing. Now, I would like for you to imagine that you're in front of a big crowd, like the Olympics, at that big place they're going to be at. Now, I know you're going to be pretty scared of those massive crowds of cheering fans, but there's one thing I want you to remember. You can beat them all up because you're very strong Olympic athletes.
I think to do that. I don't know if I can do it anymore.
Does she do that a lot? Yeah. Oh, bummer. Okay. So
you chose a really bad person there.
Excuse me. Here.
Let's just get back to training. I'll do some push-ups. So guys, All right. Now, yes, that's a good position. Now I want you to swing.
Oh,
You got broke my leg. You didn't have your guard up. How do you expect to get a gold medal now?
I'm a runner. I run.
And I signed up for ping pong, so... Why,
The winners for the raffle prizes. So first up, we have a wonderful party at Jump On In. So I need one improv person to come up here and grab one. Yes, I can. All right, now this Jump On In coupon says this coupon entitles your child to a free party on their birthday at Jump On In Newport, Mass. This 2-hour party can include 24 of your child's friends. Please call that number to book your party. Check them out on the web. So, this is Mahoney will draw them.
Okay.
71190. Okay, next. Oh, okay, I'll hold this apparently. Next, we have a beautifully arranged candy basket. Brian Sullivan will draw a winner. Sit it down. Yes, he does.
711225.
This is for the iPhone shuffle.
711229. Come on, Mom.
First of all, I just want to give it up again for La Dispute and Antigone and also One Minute Please remember on your way out to visit our cats table. They should still have some water and some chocolate things, lollipops set up for you. We're going to move on to our next one act without further ado. This is our Period 3 Honors Theater class. It is called Conversation Therapy, and the plot concept behind this one act is, what if a group of special students tried to help save a teacher's job from getting taken away, and the antics that follow. It's very funny. I'm sure you will enjoy it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy our last one act. Thank you for coming this evening. Thank you for all of your support. Be sure to join us next year for all of our productions, and have a good night at the end of the one act. Enjoy.
Books. I should have left them here last night, but no. I wanted to work on them at home. But what does it matter? I'm being fired today.
Oh, I wish I could tell the kids, but it's just too hard to say. I love them too much. Oh dear, there they go again! Don't worry, Des, I'll get them to you soon. No, I'll leave them there. They want to be there, so... Why should I deny them that? The plant wants to be there too. Come in.
It's our thing.
Hello, Miss Widow.
Oh, watch out with the books.
Let me pick them up for you.
No, don't do that, dear. They want to be there.
Miss Widow, is it all right that I came early?
Are you happy?
Yes.
Yes. So it's okay.
What's okay?
You're happy.
Yeah, I think so.
You can say.
Sure.
Do I look good?
Yes, and watch out for the books. Oh, please don't touch them. They'll come when they are good and ready.
Court.
Hi there, Mindy. Do I look good today?
Why today?
I cut my hair this morning, but I was sleepy, so maybe I cut it too short.
Your hair looks exactly the same as it did yesterday.
Oh. Maybe I dreamed about cutting it. Thanks, but I still look good.
You're both early.
I thought I was going to cut my hair this morning, but I didn't. So what extra time have I had?
And I was hungry. I knew you had candy like always, but it's so much better than Mom's pancakes.
No candy today, Mindy.
Why not?
I ate it. I'm getting more today.
What am I going to do now? I'm starving.
Maybe I dreamed about eating. I could be hungry.
Watch out for the books. And the plant. I mean, I didn't even mark one single book. So why I brought them home in the first place, I'll never know. Art is what makes pictures pretty, and color is pretty, so color is art. The answer is, pretty colors is what art is. I hope that this is a good answer to your question, because art is really something that I like, and hope to someday teach art maybe. But the answer to your question is, art is pretty colors that makes pictures pretty. Oh dear, I almost forgot what I asked. But if I give him a bad grade, he might hate art, and I don't want that. I hope to get across to the kids. I'll give you a B+.
Sorry, Miss Whittle.
What for?
Hit you with a bag and tripped over you.
Blame it on the books. If they weren't so stubborn, I'd be grading them on the desk.
Sure, Miss Whittle.
My, everyone is early today.
I had a meeting this morning.
Student council?
No.
Drama club.
No.
What then?
With Fate. A meeting with Fate. I woke up this morning and thought, today something good would happen if I came early. So I came early. And really nothing good has happened since I came here. But I'm sure my intuition won't let me down. Because my intuition has always been good to me. And anytime I get a feeling, something comes of it. Except, of course, for the time it didn't. So actually, this could be the second time my intuition has let me down. Which means all the other times my intuition were right were really flukes. And I have no intuition at all. What do you think?
I think I just marked your journal.
Oh, really? How did I get it?
B+.
Oh, great. I knew something good would happen today. I do have an intuition. Thank you, Miss Whittle. Thank you.
Sure.
Why? Why are we here? All we do is destroy what the world has to offer. I wish we could just live in harmony with nature instead of marking our territory and leaving everything else to rot. I don't understand.
Oh, Lily, I'm glad to see you're cheering up.
Lily, I take pride in you. Although it is hard for me to juggle school and my environmental volunteering, along with family and friends and it's just luck. Antigone's tried so hard to achieve peace between man and nature. How does that sound?
Sounds like you've been into Miss Whittle's candy.
No candy today. I ate it. Don't worry, I'm getting another shipment later today.
A shipment?
It takes a lot of candy to keep my students ticking.
Oh, look, some more people are here.
Hi, Mindy.
Hey, Woody.
Hi, Coach. Did you cut your hair?
I'm not sure.
You know that Jell-O has beef in it?
How could you? I was hungry.
Jell-O? You must have more than just Jell-O for breakfast.
I was just about to say that I was full of poison. Meat is not poison. Besides, I'm on a diet. Nothing fattening for me.
Listen, I don't think any of you have had a good breakfast. And I know for a fact you cannot have a healthy day without a healthy breakfast. Here's some money. I want you all to go down to the cafeteria and get yourself something good to eat. It's still early, so you have plenty of time.
All right, Miss Whittle.
I suppose some milk would add to my muscles. If they didn't get any bigger. I know.
I will not patronize a place that kills cows. Run along. The only students I can help are those with healthy tummies.
Fine, but I'm warning you, I won't be happy.
Don't worry, Lily. I wouldn't have any meat just because of you.
And what, young lady, do you think you're doing on the floor? Jane, what on earth are you doing? Who's Jane? Stop this nonsense, Miss Potter. Who's Miss Potter? Jane, stop this nonsense. You are not me. You've got to stop taking my personality away from me. Jane! 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 Was I doing it again? Yes. Honestly, Jane, this personality snatching is going to get you into a lot of trouble. I know, but I just can't help it. It comes and goes so quickly. I'm sorry. When you're being yourself, you're a very sweet girl. When you become someone else, especially me, you're insufferable. I know. I just can't help it. What can I do? Wait until the others arrive. I have a new game for you that just might help. All right. Good. Now, if you don't mind, I think we'll get back to correcting these notebooks. Miss Whittle? Yes? Why are you sitting on the floor? The books don't want to be on the desk. I'm a slave to my job. Okay. Are you hungry? I just set the others down in the cafeteria. Maybe you can join them. Get a muffin or something. Wait a minute. That sounds wonderful. I want a muffin. Oh, I have to go get one, Jane. I'll be right back.
I need to start correcting these notebooks. Let's look at this one.
Ooh, my favorite color. A+. Didn't even have to read it. Min.
I hope I'm not interrupting. But is this the conversation therapy room?
Yeah, this is it. That's why it says conversation therapy on the door.
Can't you read? Sit down.
I really need to talk to someone. I've been having this problem.
Spit it out.
I have this terrible fear of being in large groups. And it's getting worse. Sometimes I get so nervous that I stop hyperventilating. It's very scary.
That is scary. You're weird.
How do you make it through the day?
And that's not the worst of it. When I get really nervous, I have this uncontrollable speech impediment. It makes me lose control of all my talking. And it started to make my friends nervous. When we go to a restaurant with too many people, my heart races. I don't know what I'm going to do. Sorry for talking so much.
I'm Miss Whittle.
Really? I expected you to be older.
I am old, so shut up.
They told me you would help me. I thought you were a teacher.
Yeah, I'm busy, so would you please just go away?
Isn't this your job?
My job is not to help morons like you, but to grade art journals. I'm the art teacher, not a psycho consultant. This muffin is incredible. When will these interruptions stop? Not again. Jane, stop it. Who is this Jane you keep referring to? Get out of my hair. I have work to do. I know. Hello. And who is this nice young man? This is a nice young man who's leaving. Jane, get a hold of yourself. Just one moment and I'll be right with you. Jane, you've got to snap out of this. You are not me. I am not you.
I think I'll be going now.
Don't go. This is normal. Jane. Jane.
Miss Whittle?
Yes.
Finally. I need your help, Miss Whittle. I need you to go to the bathroom and put your head under a tap of cold running water.
Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say.
That girl really has problems. Please stay. When she gets wet, everything's all right. That's Jane. She likes teasing my personality.
Oh.
And who are you? Are you in need of help?
Actually, I am.
Well, then you've come to the right woman. Would you like a bite of my muffin?
That's an apple.
So what is? What's your name?
Kyle Murphy.
That's nice. And what's your problem?
Don't you just hate the new janitor?
Everything's so squeaky clean that I can see my reflection in everything.
He's a vegetarian. I like him.
Is there any meat in hamburger stew?
So many people! Oh my goodness!
He's a new kid?
He's not cuter than me, is he?
Everything is spinning!
What's wrong with him?
I'm not sure. Are you okay?
So many people! I have to go!
Leave him alone.
I can't control myself!
But he's sick.
He probably ate pork. Will you stop moving? As soon as cows become domestic. Don't go. We're just about to begin today's discussion.
Yes, Famous Whittle will help you.
But I have a problem with groups! That's why I need therapy!
Just relax and we'll begin our discussion.
I really don't think I can.
You just sit and we'll begin. Everyone, Kyle wants to begin today's discussion. Since we're all here early, we might as well begin. Gather round. We love recipes.
That's just it! I don't like fresh new faces!
Don't worry, we don't bite. Are you a carnivore?
What?
A carnivore!
No! I've never had a girlfriend!
Let's begin. Today, I have a new game for you all. It's called storytelling. We're all going to go around in a circle and each tell a story about something interesting that has happened to us. This hopefully will tame our fears of speaking in front of people. But before we begin, I have to introduce a new member of our group. Everyone, this is Kyle Murphy. Kyle, this is everyone. Great. Now let's get to work. Kyle, why don't we start with you?
I really don't think I can.
We're all perfectly harmless.
Oh, it feels so
so much better.
Hey, you're getting me all wet.
Stop it, Jane.
What are you, a cat? Meow.
Sit down, Jane. We're about to begin the discussion.
You can sit next to me. I like cats.
Me too.
Meow. Come on, Kyle. Let's hear your story.
But I have a problem with groups.
Fine, I'll go first. What a baby.
We're not here to judge you, Lily.
I am.
I'll just sit here and listen to all your stories. Forget I'm even here.
We will. What story should I tell? Oh, I know. I'll tell the story about the best day of my life.
I'm glad to see it's a positive story.
It's about the day I knocked Mickey Stevens' lights out. I was walking down the street, minding my own business, when Mickey Stevens came around the corner listening to his Walkman. There's nothing I hate more than a guy who thinks they're so cool when they wear their headphones. And I'm not talking little wimpy headphones either. These things were huge, and they weighed more than his head. Oh, and their amplitude was certainly greater than his IQ. Anyway, he was just shaking his head, bopping around like an idiot. Finally, I got so mad that I wanted to smack him on the head so hard his headphones would fly onto the street. So I did. And what? I felt like maybe, so I did. Anyway, I hit him on the head, so it probably didn't do much damage. That was the greatest day of my life.
Way to go, Lily.
That's cool of you, standing up to a guy.
That's not much of a story, but it's a start. Who wants to go next?
I have a great story.
Then let's hear it.
I was with my cousin Sissy, and we wanted to go to the mall. Her car was broken, so we asked my mom if we could use her van, and she said yes.
Spoiled brat.
Stop that.
Anyway, we were at the mall, and it was really fun. We had milkshakes, I bought a couple of CDs, and then we saw a movie. But suddenly, I got so sick. And I don't mean just kind of sick. I was going to hurl, and I felt like something really bad was going to happen. So Sissy said we should probably go home. When we went outside, we could hardly believe our eyes. The sky was so black that it looked like it was the middle of the night. And the wind was blowing so hard we could hardly stand up.
I remember that storm. My hair never recovered.
Anyway, when we got home, Mom was so happy to see us. But then suddenly, the radio said there was a tornado in town. We were already scared, but that made it so much worse. And then we heard this terrible noise in the yard, so we went to the window to see what was happening.
You're not supposed to do that during a tornado.
I know, but we wanted to see what the noise was. Anyway, the big tree in our yard was about to snap and crush the van. Mom got so mad at me.
Because you didn't put the van in the garage.
No, because I hadn't done my homework. Anyway, the tree crashed and snapped a bit.
Oh my goodness.
Mom was yelling and screaming at us to get into the basement, but then I was like, oh my god, my CDs. You can imagine how freaked I was. So me and Sissy ran to the car to get the CDs.
You went into the storm to get your new CDs?
I hadn't even listened to them yet. What was I supposed to do? You tell me. Anyway, we got the CDs and listened to them that night.
What's the point?
The point is, if you ever get a stomachache, check for tornadoes.
That's great, Mindy. Though I don't think going into storms is very intelligent. You really grasp the concept of storytelling. Who's next? Court, how about you?
Me? I don't know.
Come on, I want to hear your story.
Cool. My story is about my biggest fear.
Going bald?
Hey! Everybody thinks I'm nothing but a guy with great hair.
That's a big word for you.
I do have great hair. But there's more to me than just my baldness. Look, I know I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I also know I'm not the dumbest.
We know you're not dumb, Court.
I know you don't think I'm dumb, Miss Whittle. And that's why I like to come to these meetings. Some of the other guys at school, they think it's kind of stupid, but because I'm so cool, no one makes fun of me.
No one makes fun of me for being here.
Yes, they do. Look, I just want to be able to tell my story without you guys making fun of me.
I won't make fun of you.
All right, then I'll try. My story's about my biggest fear. It's kind of hard to say without sounding stupid, but I'll try. One day, I was walking down by the creek, and I noticed that something was in the water. First, I thought it was just a rock, but it turned out to be a suitcase. I couldn't just leave it there. I had to know what was inside. It was in the middle of the creek, so it would be tough to get at. First, I tried using a long stick to loosen it. That didn't work. Then I found some twine and tried to rope it. But I don't know how to tie knots. And the twine kept snapping in half. Finally, I realized if I wanted it that badly, I'd have to get soaking wet and march straight into the middle of the creek. So, I hiked up my pant legs and walked straight into the middle of the creek. Just as I was grabbing the suitcase, I lost my footing and fell splat into the water. I got soaking wet, sprained my ankle, and on top of all of that, the suitcase went sailing down the creek, and I never saw it again.
That's a good story, but what's your big fear?
My biggest fear is that I keep doing the stupidest things for entertainment. What if I never find the suitcase in life? What if I spend my entire life doing stupid things and never do anything important?
You worry too much, Court. The only thing you need to worry about is not exploring your curiosity. The moment you stop using your imagination is when you become stupid.
She's right. Just think what could have been in that suitcase. Money, diamonds.
Of course.
Guess you're right, Miss Whittle.
Of course I'm right. Life's only exciting when you're hanging on by a hair.
Something wrong with my hair?
Let's continue. We've heard from Lily, Mindy, and Court. Who's next?
Me!
Would you like to go, Woody?
Yes.
Miss Whittle, you'll have to wait until Woody's finished.
Can I wait out in the hall until it's my turn?
Why?
I don't want to listen to Woody's story.
That's not very nice of you.
He talked way too much.
I do not.
Yes, you do. You never shut your mouth. There.
Why are you all ganging up on me? I don't think I talk too much. Maybe sometimes. But it's just because I have a lot on my mind. I don't want to bother anyone. But I thought you'd like to hear me talk. Why hasn't anybody said anything before? And besides, I thought the reason we come to conversation therapy is to talk using conversation. I come here because I like all of you. You just get hurt easily in the storm. Let that go. I know I'm so confused. We'll talk about this. Look, we'll talk about a suitcase. As soon as I want to take you, come here! Not anymore! You're gonna hear me speak. And you're gonna listen to my story. I'm not gonna take it anymore.
Woody, shut up! Woody, I'm sorry for that outburst. Everyone, I'm sorry. Kyle, are you having a good time?
Whoa!
Great. Jane, let's hear your story.
I'd like to tell you all a story that is near and dear to me. Do you have a flashlight, Miss Whittle?
What for?
Never mind. Just go get it.
I think I have one in my desk. I'll go get it.
What's your story about?
Why do you need a flashlight?
You'll see.
Here you are.
Why do you need a flashlight?
I got lost in the basement once. Never again.
My story needs to be told in the dark.
Who's me?
Kyle, I'm fighting in the dark. Okay.
It's okay. My story is about a dark and spooky night.
This isn't a ghost story, is it? The story's supposed to be about something that actually happened.
It's about the night I was born.
Okay.
Do we really want to hear this?
I don't know, but we'll find out. It was a dark and spooky night. It was a full moon, and a storm was brewing in the thick, mysterious clouds above. Everything was quiet. My parents were awaiting the storm. All the while, I was inside my mother's room thinking, I'm sick of these cramped quarters, and I want to leave. So I punched my mother in the stomach and yelled, I want out of here! Having no choice, she braved the storm and went to the hospital. I cannot tell you how utterly amazing the journey was to my birth. Feeling my body emerge into the world is the greatest feeling I've ever had. It's such a shame how few people get to remember this monumental moment of their lives. But I remember being born. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it? Hello?
Did you see what happened? Nobody listened to my story.
That's terrible.
Neither did you.
Really? Didn't you tell a story about your parents being dragons?
No.
Then that was a really good dream. Who's the next person?
Kyle.
I'm too scared to go nice. Do I have to go?
We won't make you do anything you don't want to.
Thank you.
Well, I guess that's it for storytelling.
Aren't you going to tell a story, Miss Will?
Yeah. You want to hear my story?
Yeah.
Yes, so. I didn't even think you cared about my stories.
We love them. Please tell us something.
Well, there was something I was going to tell you, but I was going to wait for a better time.
What is it?
I was putting off telling you this for weeks. And I didn't want to tell you today because I didn't want to ruin our last meeting.
What?
Settle down, everyone.
Why is this our last meeting?
We need this time with you.
I know, and so do I. It's just that the school board doesn't think our programs are working.
That's terrible.
What are we going to do? Today's my last chance to prove that these sessions are vital.
Last chance?
3 members of the school board are coming today to decide if our sessions are worth funding.
Let's arrange a protest. Start a petition.
What an overwhelming petition that would be. 5 signatures. Get it.
6, I'll sign.
You really don't matter.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Kyle. And don't bother starting any fancy petitions. They're coming today and there's no time. They'll be here within the hour.
All we have to do is prove that the therapy is helping.
And how do you suppose we do that?
What do you mean?
Look at us! We're all insane!
We made so much progress.
This is progress?
This isn't even the beginning of our problems. The Millicent triplets are coming. I haven't met them, but it sounds as if we're not going to change their minds.
Sure we can. Think positively.
I can't. Let's face it. I'm losing my job.
Why don't you go to the lounge and relax for a little bit?
I'm gonna miss you guys so much.
Have a nice rest and think happy thoughts.
Like if you get kids, you can spend more time in the garden. I think I will go lie down. I'm very distressed. Keeping secrets is hard work.
Good, you need.
We love you, Miss Whittle.
And don't worry, it's not the end of the world. It's the end of the world. How can I calm down?
She's right. Therapy is the only reason I'm able to show my face at school.
Miss Whittle believes in me. We need her.
She makes me realize who I really am. I've been stealing her personality less and less.
I'm new here, but I can tell how special Miss Whittle is.
What are we gonna do? They'll be here any minute.
Remain calm. He's right. If we remain calm, there's less of a chance she'll get fired.
Absolute cracks. Kyle, you're in charge.
What?
It's up to you to save the job. You're the most normal.
You can do it!
We have faith in you.
Don't let us down.
But I don't even know her! Oh my goodness!
Here, everybody, act normal. How hard can that be? Forget I just said that.
Let's do this for Miss Whittle.
Miss Whittle! Miss Whittle! Miss Whittle! Miss Whittle!
Yes. What did she just say?
Miss Whittle?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we've turned Jane into Miss Whittle.
What? Snap out of it, Jane!
Who is this Jane you keep referring to?
What are we gonna do? They're at the door.
Hide her.
They want in! Get out of here!
Go! Kyle, answer the door. We'll hide Jane. Kyle, answer the door.
I can't.
Oh my God!
Sorry, there's not enough room on the gate for all of us.
I'm only trying to hide Jane.
Who is Jane?
Kyle, answer the stupid door. Hello, ladies. Welcome to the warm and luxurious conversation therapy. Please make yourself comfortable during your stay.
Thank you. You are very kind. We're here to see your teacher.
Yes, but first I'd like you to meet Kyle. Kyle, say hello.
Hello.
Do you have a problem?
No.
Where's your teacher?
Miss Whittle?
Is that Whittle or Little?
Whittle.
Little.
Whittle.
Little?
Whittle!
handle that speech impediment?
I'll try.
Is he all right? He's fine. Please, have a seat.
Thank you.
You can't sit at the desk.
Why not?
That chair's uncomfortable. She has a bad back and needs to sit in hard chairs.
That's right.
No.
Let me sit where I want.
This room is rather sterile, isn't it?
Go with me, Court!
I'm not touching you.
What's under this desk? Get it away from me! You tried to kiss me!
I did not resist.
Come on, little under there.
Way to go. They hurt us.
Explain yourself. What were you children doing under the desk? He was trying to kiss me!
I did not.
Affection in school.
Blasphemy.
Please let me explain.
I can explain.
And who are you?
I'm Miss Whittle.
Little.
Whittle. Miss Whittle. Get it right. There's been some confusion about that.
Miss Whittle, you're awfully young.
Isn't she beautiful for her age?
I would appreciate it if you all would just get out of my hair so I can do my work.
Did you forget today's meeting?
I didn't forget. I just didn't want to deal with you three twins.
What did you say, Miss Whittle?
Write that down, Betty.
Write that down, Betty.
Write that down, Betty.
Let's all write that down. She's just playing a game. She likes to play with us. A game? She treats us badly just to see how we retort.
We'll stop playing that game with us. I will stop when I am good and ready.
Oh dear, what happened, Kyle?
Oh my goodness!
Wake up.
He looks dead. Dead?
Is there a dead body?
Write that down, buddy. Dead body.
He's not dead.
Why is everybody still here?
Woody, will you talk to the ladies while I take Miss Whittle to the bathroom?
She needs help to the bathroom.
Her makeup. Her waterproof makeup. Come with me, Miss Whittle.
Fine, but you all better be gone by the time I get back.
Are you sure he's not dead?
I can hear her breathing.
He's probably better off not breathing.
Hello, ladies.
And who are you?
My name's Wayne. I've been coming to therapy here for over a year, and it's really helping. Before I came here, I used to talk about us off that. Miss Whittle, she really loves us all. Please don't take her job away. Please don't, because she means more to us than you can even imagine.
Woody, shut up!
Profanity in school.
Blasphemy.
Shut up isn't a swear word.
There it is again.
Blasphemy.
Stop saying shut up, Lily.
Blasphemy.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Blasphemy.
I'll shut you
And
up.
I'll shut you up.
Stop fighting! Stop fighting!
Shut up!
Blasphemy.
We're back, ladies.
Whittle, explain yourself.
Yes, Miss Whittle.
Who are they talking to?
We're talking to you, Miss Whittle.
Oh, I'm not Miss Whittle. Yes, you are. No. Brooke, you can't talk! Shut up! Blasphemy! Ignore that. Oh my gosh, is that Kyle on the floor?
You faked it. When? You were Miss Whittle.
Will somebody explain what's going on?
Are you or are you not Miss Whittle?
No, then are you Miss Whittle? No.
Then who are you?
I'm Jane.
James Whittle.
I'm not Whittle or Little. Is it Jane? I'm not any kind of Whittle.
Everyone, please, shut up! I don't want to hear another peep from you! Or you! There, I'm happy now.
very much, so please don't take them away from me. They're all I have. I've been doing this job for many years, and each student I've helped has gone on to do great things. Don't deprive the students of something they need. You are not going to take my job away from me, and that is all I have to say.
You can have them.
What?
Are you serious?
We are checking to see if the students really do need help.
And boy, do they have them. Since their insanity is always contained to this room,
We see no reason to take away your sessions.
it probably saves the rest of the school from this kind of, blasphemy. Good day. Good day.
Good luck.
I didn't. I don't have to leave my job. Great news, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm really starting to lose faith in the school system.
What happened to everyone?
They're fine, they're just sleeping.
We just need a little bit of energy, that's all. The candy will be here any minute.
That's it. I know why we've all been acting so nuts. Why? We ran out of candy. Without it, we went berserk. We're not crazy, we're just diabetic.
Now you're catching on. Why, if you play your cards right, you could become a conversation therapist just like me.
No, thank you.
It's been quite a day.
Yeah, I know.
So many surprises.
Yeah, I know.
Thrills at every turn.
Yeah, I know.
Where being a little weird is much better than being a lot normal.
Yep, I know.
And it's not even 9 in the morning.
Yeah, I know.